Whispering Oaks Orphanage was a dismal institution surrounded by mystery and mist in a remote rural area. Its worn exterior threw a gloomy shade over the overgrown grounds and over the surrounding environment. It has lain empty for years, the silent moans of forgotten souls resonating down the halls. Its walls held heartbreaking stories of lost children and souls imprisoned in unending grief, told in legend. The orphanage was supposedly cursed and haunted by the restless ghosts of those who had died young, according to the local lore. A young journalist called Emily entered the abandoned orphanage one stormy night, determined to learn the truth about the terrifying reputation it had earned. Her pulse thumping with eagerness, she entered the crumbling door, armed only with a flickering lantern and her unflinching determination. The mood of the dimly lit passageways got ominous as Emily explored them. Sounds seemed to come from the shadows, however it was hard to tell where they came from. Still, she persisted, driven by an unquenchable curiosity for clarifications. The orphanage's quiet engulfed her with every stride, like a blanket of oppression. She walked by faded pictures of long-lost kids, their eyes dark with emptiness and their faces frozen in time. Emily felt the weight of the stifling atmosphere, but she was not going to back down. Emily's lantern glowed as she made her way forward through the maze-like hallways, revealing a tiny, abandoned chamber concealed in an obscure corner. She found a number of frayed journals within, their pages yellowed from age. She started reading the tragic stories of the orphans who had once lived at Whispering Oaks with shaking hands. The posts detailed cases of abuse and neglect, of ruthless caregivers who had chosen to ignore the pain of the kids entrusted to their care. The depth of the anguish that had seeped through the walls of the orphanage made Emily's heart hurt. Emily's lantern was suddenly extinguished by a chilly gust of wind, leaving the room completely black. She attempted to relight the flame, but her attempts were futile, and panic shot through her veins. She sensed a cold presence hanging over her in the darkness, sending shivers down her spine. Then she heard it, a wail of souls doomed in perpetual misery, a silent scream that resonated through the empty halls. Emily made the brave decision to leave the orphanage and tell the world about the terrifying stories of Whispering Oaks. The orphanage was still and motionless behind her as she stepped out into the cool night air, its secrets hidden deep within its abandoned halls. Even though Emily had survived the orphanage, she was certain that the quiet cries would continue to haunt her dreams for years to come.